everybody. Yeah. We are here. We are finally here. It's been a crazy couple of days, but I'm so happy we are finally doing this. Yeah, can notice my getup. I figured that since all of you guys are probably watching this from home, all of you guys are probably just bumming in your pajamas and you're just hanging out while watching this, I figured I might as well also get all cool and get all, So that's why I have on this getup, and I think I'm looking good. Yeah. Anyway, So my name is Ricky Nelson, for those who don't know me, and this is the FuKc IT Comedy Special. Yeah, that's what it's about. That's what this is. And right off the bat, let's get some stuff out the way. If you have a weak constitution, okay, like if you will get offended easily, this stuff is not for you, okay? If you're looking for some family vibe entertainment, you best click away right now, okay? As in this is not that. This is this is definitely not that. And if you're still here, that means we can vibe. And let's get into this. Now, off the bat, the reason why I chose this date, May 31st, it's kind of like an anniversary thing, because I did this last year. Something kind of like this last year. And so coincidentally, I didn't plan this, by the way. It's just a pure coincidence that it came up on the same date. And secondly, because today is a holiday. And tomorrow is a holiday. Forgive me for that. Tomorrow is a holiday. And there's nothing to do tomorrow. So we might as well have some fun tonight and go to bed happy. Okay? Now, tomorrow, probably President is going to come out and talk. He's going to say some things. And I was reading somewhere in, I think it's on Twitter. Man, I love Twitter. Twitter has some amazing shit. So this one guy said that President's going to come out. He's going to say a lot of things. And then in a few days, the budget is going to be read. Okay? And this is Uhuru's last chance for kind of like to solidify his legacy. So for him, in that tweet, he called it a Hail Mary budget. That's what we're expecting. But here's my 2 cents, okay? Like, if you really want to make us happy, I don't know if you're going to watch this, but let me speak up. Let me get very serious right now. What you can do is just like give us Kenyans like a tax holiday just for 2 months. 2 months tax holiday. And then you guys, your executive, from your Senate to the governors to the MCAs, all you guys just take that same 2 month also pay holiday. You don't get paid. You can afford it. You have this money. You don't need more. Okay? So just give us 2 month tax holiday and see if you will not make Kenyans happy. I can put money on that. Okay? You will make Kenyans happy. Anyway, politics aside, this is not political, by the way. This has nothing to do with politics. The essence of this special is very simple. The essence of this is FuKc IT. And that's why I came up with this, with my little, let me step aside so you can see. I came up with my little what can I call it? Collage or mural. Yeah, that's the word. And let's read some out. So RKCB and Pesa bugging you every morning with texts. Man, fuck it. Huh? Did you ask her for nudes and she hasn't sent? Fuck it. Okay. And last but not least, does he want you to have a flat tummy? Listen here, baby girl. Women, all my pretty ladies, listen to me right now. You do not owe anyone a flat tummy, okay? If he found you rocking your muffin top, as in that's how he walked up to you and he hit on you and you guys got into something, and now a few months down the line, he starts telling you that, oh, you need to work out, you need to look like so and so. Fuck him, baby. tell him to bounce. As in, love your bodies, man. As in, I have read, and I'm sure you guys have read a lot of things online nowadays, and people are going through so much just cause of stuff that they are being told online, as in about, especially body shaming. Maze, if you found someone and that person is happy with who they are, man, leave them alone. You don't need to fuck with their happiness. Okay? Dimming their light is not gonna brighten yours. Okay? Just like I said, and like we're trying to say the whole night tonight, I say fuck it. Okay? Just fuck it. Okay? Speaking of which, you can't do all that and then expect to get away with some shit. Okay, I'm getting derailed here, and because this is something that it really irks me, by the way, when especially, and us guys do it most. That's the sad thing, is that us guys do it most. We're the ones who pick on women, who make them feel belittled. It's really sad, man. So from now on, my pretty ladies, listen to me right now. Listen to me. If anyone tries to make you feel bad about the way you look, fuck it. Okay? Now, let's get into what this is about. So, like I said with my little mural here, you can get a lot of this and you can carry them on to your life. Like the one thing that we really need to get into, okay, we really need to get into is that essence, the essence of fuck it. Okay? Now, let's set a standard. Let's set a standard so people can know what this night is about. Okay? So if we need to piss some people off so they can get off here so they don't go causing negativity, let's get some shit said so they can know what this night is about. So first off, we're going to start with my ladies. I'm sorry, my ladies, but I have to start with you because I'm a gentleman. They say ladies first. So there's always been this battle. Let me call it a battle. I don't want to call it a fight. Let me call it a battle. Okay? Between men and women. And it's been there since time immemorial. But do you want to know where all this shit started? Do you want to know? I choose this word, but it's strong, but it's the best way to really make this stuff make sense. Do you know the reason why women hate men? They're the top 3. There are a lot. There's like an encyclopedia of this shit. But do you want to know the top 3 reasons why women hate men? Reason number 1. Our ability to be happy doing absolutely nothing. Do you agree with me? Reason number 2. Our ability to find happiness in the simplest of things. You've seen this post online where they show a guy's place. He only has a TV and one chair, and that's it. And he's good because that's his happiness, man. And he's okay with that situation. Now, reason number 3. Reason number 3. This is the one that irks them the most. Very few will admit this, but this is the one that irks them the most. Do you want to know the main reason why women hate men? I'll tell you. Because we are able to come every time we have sex. If you don't agree with me, go argue with a one. It's just the truth. No. Okay, I'm done with you ladies. I'm not gonna pick on you guys again, okay? And because I believe in equality, because I believe in balance, let's get at these niggas right now. So, fellas, listen to me. Fellas, listen. Hitting on a man's daughter. Hitting, as in kukatia, msichana, mtoi msichana wa jamaa, is either the highest accolade or the most disrespect you could show this man. And let me explain. Because there are 2 ways to look at it. Option 1 is that you're telling him, by hitting on his daughter, you're telling him that his wife is hot, which is a compliment, right? And that's amazing. All of us, we marry women who we believe are beautiful. So you hitting on his daughter, especially if his daughter looks like his wife, if she got her looks from her, that's like, admitting that, you know what, your wife is hot. But on the flip side, you admitting that means that yes, you think his wife is hot. And given the chance, you would fuck her. Now, the second way you can look at this is that now it flips around in that if the girl looks like her dad, like if she got her looks from her dad, that means that you're admitting that he looks good. And given the chance, you would fuck him too. Okay? Is the playing field balanced right now? As in we're on the same page, okay? So let's get into this now. Tell me something. Do you remember what you did with your first salary? Like your first job, not hustling, not deals, not at the you moved some stuff. No, I mean job, like paycheck at the end of the month. Do you remember what you did with your first salary? I remember mine because my choices at that time were very special. Let's call them that. First off, let me just paint a picture. Let me paint you guys a picture. This was in about 2009, 2010. I had just got my first job, which, by the way, my mom had to force me. Yes, my mom gave me a job. It's just the truth. My mom had to force me to take a job in her company because I was so myopic. That's the only word that can describe it. I was so myopic at the time that all I could see was what I wanted right here. I wasn't seeing the bigger picture. I was just seeing what I wanted right here. But eventually, she wore me down. And I went to work, and it wasn't that great, but it was simple work, stuff that you could do. You get up in the morning, nothing strenuous. So it was a good gig. It was a good gig. So come the end of the month, boom, I was paid. 12,500 shillings. I remember that was my net salary. They had cut out everything. That I had not been. She didn't give me a pay slip. I don't think she wanted to annoy me with taxes and those other things that they deduct. So she just gave me my net salary and told me, go. Okay? So she gave me my 12.5. And I took my 12.5. I remember I took my 12.5 on this very same day. I left work early that day. We used to chomoka job at 4:30. Yeah, we used to work, it's an airline company. So once the flight goes, you're done, you bounce. We used to chomoka job at 4:30. But that day, I left work at 3:45 because I told her, Mom, listen, I have to go somewhere. I have something very important to do. I have to go. Please let me leave early. She's like, fine. She's my mom. What was she going to do in any case? So she lets me leave and I go. And I remember on this day, that was the first time I had 10K in my pocket. As in, the first time, as in my money. Wachana na kwenda kulipa fees. At when you're given fees by your folks and you, this was my cash. 12 G's, hard cash in my pocket. Wachana na hizi noti ndogo ndogo za siku hizi. Those like elephant ones, the big ones that you could not hold properly. You know what I mean? So I have my 12K in my pocket. And I leave the airport and I go to the stage. As in, and this was back then, like I said, like 2010. These matatus had not standardized their fares yet. Everything was still, you fika the mat, you smamisha the mat, you ask the konda, ngapi tao, he tells you, and you tell him, mazemi niko na 30. And then if he kubalis, you jump in the jav. But on this day, who am I, bana? I have hard cash, no bargaining. The mat stops. I jump in immediately, yani. Just, alafu, Kenyan mats, that kakiti, like the second last row. There's that kakiti on the side that if someone sits there, you can't pass comfortably. Especially if you're big like me, you can't necessarily fit there properly. Okay? And I am so arrogant with my 12K in my pocket. I am so arrogant. This guy, paka the conductor tells him, bro, toka hivi kando ujamaa pite. This guy is taking his time to shuka. As in, I want to shuka the mat and just tell him, bro, unajua unaweza shuka nilipie hiyo kiti. As in, I was feeling big. Anyway, so he finally pushes me. I get in. And you see, back then, like when you have bargained, and then you go and you sit in the matatu, And when you're sitting there, when you don't have all the money, as when you've bargained, you always try and make yourself a bit small, so that in the belief that the smaller you are, he will charge you less because you're tiny. But on this day, who am I? Ricky has 12K in his pocket. I want to, and this was before social distancing. So there are guys right next to me. But I want to sit like this because I am feeling important because of 12K in my pocket. As I was feeling, I wanted to sit. There's no space because the kitty is right here. There's no space, but you want to. Hey, that day I was special on that day. So I finally get to town, and I get to town, and I walk over to a shop. I didn't even search or no. I just walked over the first shop that I saw because I knew what I wanted to buy. I wanted to buy a phone. That's what I wanted to buy. And let me tell you why I wanted to buy a phone. Because a little family history. I come from a family of 5 boys. There are 5 of us. And like in any African home, things always go on a hand-me-down basis. So the new stuff goes to the firstborn, and then the rest is handed down to you as you go down. So I had never had a fully functioning phone in my life. I remember there's a time I had a flip phone. It was a Motorola V360. Those, as in guys of my time, know that phone, okay? Motorola V360. It was the shit. It was before the Razor. The Razor came and took over. This was before the Razor. So this phone was so beaten up, as in it was in such a bad state that the screen was not working. So like when you called me, I could pick up, but I had to wait to hear your voice so that I can identify you. Because for some reason, people get mad as fuck when you tell them, oh, by the way, who am I speaking to? Man, it's a fucking polite question, man. Just answer, as in you just say, hey, it's James, and we continue our conversation. As in you ask someone, by the way, naongea na nani? Oh my goodness. Kwani unijui? Kwani ulifuta namba yangu? What's with the 21? What with the 21st degree, maze? Just tell me who you are, and we proceed with this conversation. I said, we don't, anyway. As in, there was a time, at my fucked up phone. There is a time my phone was so messed up that it was a flip phone. So the top part had broken from the bottom part. There was only that fiber that was connecting the two. So I used to use my phone like those old-timey phones where you hold up here the receiver and then the mouthpiece down here. That's how I used to use my phone. So you can understand why I woke up and as soon as I had my first ngwanyes in my pocket, I wanted to buy a phone. And I went and I bought myself a phone. Remember, I was paid 12,500 shillings. I bought myself a phone worth 9,500. Yes, 9,500. As in, I only back it with 2Gs. No, 3Gs. I'm even failing at math. I back it with 3Gs. And I was broke as fuck. But I was happy. Tell me if that is not the perfect essence of fuck it. Okay? Because, and I'm very proud of this, by the way. Guys would say, oh, but I'm very proud of this. Because when I made this purchase, when I made this crazy purchase, I broke a record in my house, in our household, of all those hand-me-downs and of all those things that have gone through our house. I was the first one with a proper camera phone. I was the only one who could do this. For you slow ones, as in I'm showing the picture I've taken, so I'm showing them. Yeah, you have to show. If you don't show, it's a fucking war, okay? So, I'm the one who did that in my house. Me. And they can never take that from me. Never. I am the 4th born of 5. But that is mine, okay? That is mine. So, with 12.5, I chose very confidently to buy a phone worth 9.5. And I went home and I was very proud. I remember it was a Philips 535. I don't know if you guys ever saw that phone. Philips 535. It had a DJ feature with some weird auto-tune. It was the shit. Anyway. So I went home and I threw the box on the table and I told them, witness me. What is? that is what I did with my first salary. As in, that is how much I have believed in this mantra. Even before I actually uttered it, it was in my being, in my essence, helping me make dumbass decisions that I was completely proud of from a very tender age. Now, I'm keeping some things back here because I've not been paid to put them out here. So, but I like them, but they're not paying me, so I am hiding them as I use them. It's just how it is. Okay. As in, we can reach an agreement. They can call me. We can do this someday. But for now, I stay back there. So, two friends of mine just had kids. Yeah, and I have a little girl. No, as in, like if this, I wanted to do this show in front of people, but Corona and stuff. Like when people say such stuff as, oh, I have a little girl or I have a child, people clap. I don't want you to clap. I don't want you to clap at my failure. As in, me having a child means that I failed at pulling out. Okay? So it's nothing to clap about. Nothing. Okay? So two of my friends just had their kids, and they're boys. And there's a very, with how close we are and blah, 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 there's a very definite possibility that one of these kids might fuck my daughter. Don't get mad at me, okay? Don't get mad at me. As all you guys who are trying to lose your shit right now, don't. Because as you're sitting there with your little judgy faces, you think that at one point your parents didn't think that you would be out here taking dick like the fucking champ that you are right now. No. They knew that fact. So I'm just trying to prepare myself psychologically for that day. I don't want to be caught by surprise. Okay? Now, my two friends, I'm not going to mention your names, okay? But if you're watching this, I want you to clip this section of this video. I'm going to tell you when to stop. But clip from now. Because I need you to show your kids this section of this video, okay? Because I do not want shit to go down in 15, 18 years and then stuff pops up. So clip now. Listen. Okay. So one of these kids might fuck my daughter. But as a parent, the only thing you can hope for is that when this happens, it's consensual, they are of age, and it's a beautiful thing. But I should also warn you that my daughter is a psychopath. As in, you need to know that. Because I don't want you coming at me, oh, your daughter did, oh, Sujui, oh, my son is in the hospital. I'm telling you right now, my daughter is a psychopath. Okay? And a lot of parents have, I call them parent goggles. That's what I call them. Where you celebrate every little thing that your child does. And yet, they're supposed to do those things. Like, oh my God, my daughter is walking. It would be a problem if she wasn't. Yeah, it's the truth. It's the truth. Especially with social media, oh my God. Every little thing is posted. Oh my God, my daughter has teeth. Oh my God, my son. What? I said, those things are supposed to happen. If they weren't happening, it would be an issue. Ask some parents out here who are dealing with some very sad things, but they can't post them because that's not what's supposed to happen. But those are the things that are actually supposed to be posted so that anyone who is out there can help these parents. But no, you want to post the first day your daughter used a putty. As in, who wants a kid who shits all over the house? No one. So to stop posting that stuff. Anyway, that's besides the point. I'm getting derailed again. Let me explain why I'm telling you that my daughter is a psychopath. So this happened, I think she was about 7 or 8 months. And anyone who has tried to put a 7 or 8 month baby to bed knows what I'm talking about. It's like trying to defuse a bomb. And back then it was simple. You just had to get her bottle, take her to bed, give her bottle. When she finishes, she'll toss and play a bit, and then she'll pass out. That was the routine. Okay. So on this one day, I remember I wanted to go and watch a movie. So I was a bit what can I say? I was a bit in a hurry. Okay. So we go through the whole process, and I give my daughter the bottle, and she finishes the bottle. She hands it to me. I put it aside, and I lay there for a few minutes until she finally calms down, and I'm like, yes, she's asleep. And you just can't wake up off the bed. No, you have to wake up slow. You don't know what movement is gonna wake her up. So you have to, if you're rolling, you roll slowly, until you get up off the bed. And when you get up off the bed, you still have to walk slowly and pray and hope to God that you did not leave a bucket, a potty, or something in the fucking way. Because as soon as you kick it, that's it. You're back to step one. Okay. So this one day, I have done all this. The lights, it's always you have to switch off the lights. This has to happen when the room is dark. So I've done all of this. I've taken out the bottle. She's finally laid still. I'm like, yes, this is my moment. This is when I escape. So I roll off the bed slowly, making sure not to touch or move anything. And I get up off the bed and I stand and I look at my little girl. And I'm like, yes, I made it. And as soon as I make the first step, I kicked the potty. And it did. And I was like, oh my God. So she started acting up on the bed. And I panicked. And what did I do? I hit the floor. And I laid down on the floor in silence. I am on the floor doing nothing, keeping quiet and hoping that she will get herself back to sleep. Oh my God, these knees are not what they used to be. Anyway, so let me come here. Let me finish this story from here. Oh my God, I'm getting old. Anyway, so I'm lying there on the floor, okay? On the cold floor in my house, in my bedroom. I am on the floor of my goddamn bed, okay? I am now on the floor, and I've laid there for about 5-6 minutes, doing nothing, just thinking about my life, thinking about all the problems I have to deal with as a man, you know. And when I shook myself out of this little trance, and I was like, you know what? By now she's asleep. She hasn't moved. She hasn't made any noise, so she must be asleep. So I pick myself up slowly, very slowly, and so this is the bed. As soon as I peer my head over the bed and I look up at my little girl is seated on the bed, just there looking at me like this, as in, tell me that is not a psychopath. Imagine you waking up at night, in the dead of night, and you find a motherfucker laid down on your floor, and you do nothing but just sit there and look at this fool. Tell me those are not the deranged thoughts of a psychopath. So guys, for you guys who just had kids, you have been warned, okay? I do not want to hear shit come 15-20 years about, I've already told you. Take this as a disclaimer. Take this as my kind of like release. Was that my waiver? Yeah, that's what it's called legally. This is my waiver. Anyway. So, but Aaron Flower's great, Yanni. Yeah, I know that was a very drastic flip, right? From my daughter's a psychopath to Aaron Flower's great. But that's just how life is, Bana, you know? One moment you're celebrating something beautiful, something amazing. The next moment you're dealing with some very messed up shit. And, you know, that's the same way they had in steel. As in, steel is heated up, it's beaten, it's bent, and it's folded, and it's banged, and then it's rapidly cooled, and then it's repeated again. And that's how I like to think about life. And that's why we go through all the things we go through in life. Okay? We go through, one day you're dealing with the death or the loss of a family member, your friends or whatever, especially right now. A lot of people have lost a lot of friends and family in the past year alone. And the next minute, you're witnessing the birth of your little girl. And I think life is designed that way on purpose, to toughen us up. Just like steel. Life is designed. That's how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to go through the bad, you're supposed to go through the good, and you're supposed to go through the bad again. And so that the next time, when you're standing on your horizon and you see that bad shit, because most of the time you see it coming, and you see that bad shit coming towards you, you look it dead in the face and you say, fuck it. Yeah, that's it. That was my show. I hope you guys enjoyed it, man. I had so much fun. This stuff almost didn't happen, man. I'm working without power. I mad shout outs, as in for some reason, my building, my flat doesn't have power. Si sijalipa stima, nimelipa stima. Mngekuwa mnasikia hiyo nui nimelipa stima. So msianze kunichongoa, nimelipa stima, but for some reason my line is messed. So my neighbor threw down an extension, gave me power. As in, just goes to show you that, man, there are people out there who are fucking amazing. So mad love to Melvin. Thank you so much. You freaking saved my day. Mad love to everyone who helped me out with this. The guys who helped me with equipment, the guys who helped me share my posts, the guys who just talked to me and told me, hey, Ricky, man, go for it. You can do this, man. I believe in you. That shit is amazing. Sami, thank you. Enoch, thank you very much. And most of all, thank you guys, each and every one of you who logged in and watched me perform, gave me your time, gave me your data, in essence, gave me your money. And I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, like so much. So yeah, my name is Ricky Nelson. Good night. Wait, I let the baby, you see, tunanipata na OCS, tunakata maji, yes.